Hey! I've got a story for you all. So, I was in the marching band in high school. I played the bass drum, which means that my band director cared more for my back muscles than my actual playing ability. Senior year, we went to Disney World, and I decided right before we go home, the ride I wanted to go on was the log flume. And not just the log flume. The log flume, while it was absolutely coming down rain, all of the angels of heaven decided to relieve themselves at once. I get off the ride and I'm soaked to the core. I had a brown wallet at the time and it had dyed the back of my pants like I had soiled myself. So we get back on the bus, but unlike my other friends who were intelligent, I decided not to bring a spare change of clothes on the bus for the ride home. So there I am, drenched to the core with 8 hours of just absolute chafing ahead of me. And I decide I'm going to ask for some spare clothes, and I managed to get all of the necessities. A t-shirt, a new pair of underwear, which that one was actually a little awkward to come by, socks, even shoes I managed to borrow from somebody. All of these things I managed to find, and not a single pair of extra pants. Nobody seemed to have any extra pants. I had an extra freaking pair of underwear that somebody had brought along, but no extra pants. I did manage to find one extra pair, but they were a pair of girls' gym shorts that would put Magnum PI to shame. So, I'm out of options. I'm sitting there with no kind of pants. Well, I have the pants. I have the drenched shorts on, of course. I'm not just gonna sit there naked. I decide, hey, I have a jacket. I have a jacket, and I know what to do with it. So I take my jacket. I go back to the back of the bus. This is one of those fancy tour buses that have like the bathroom that you can't use because you have a pee smell and everybody hates you if you actually use it. So I go back to the back of the bus and I put the jacket on as pants. Jacket pants. Let that sink in. So I step out of the bathroom wearing a jacket as pants. Behold! Jacket pants! And everybody just looks at me. And their face goes from confusion to sort of awe. It was as if Prometheus himself brought down fire and gave it to man, except I wasn't tied to a mountain later and fed to a bird. So anyway, everything seems good. I have my jacket pants, I'm sitting in my seat, everybody's admiring me for my glorious invention. And we decide to stop at a Taco Bell, because why not? That was a joke. Anyway, we stop at a Taco Bell, the finest establishment this side of Mexico. I did not think the public was ready for jacket pants. So I told a friend, hey dude, get me some potato-filled burritos. They're good. I like them. And he looked at me like, okay. It was a weird exchange. Anyway, I'm sitting there waiting on the bus, and I notice a few seats ahead of me, a girl is just not happy. Don't know why, don't have any idea, but she is just bawling her eyes out. Crying just like a tiny child. And she has two chaperones watching over her. The chaperones are trying to calm the girl down, and then one of them just looks out at me. And she goes from confusion, and I thought, oh, she saw the jacket pants, she's going to really admire these. But instead of going from confusion to awe, she goes straight to anger. As if I had somehow wronged the girl. So she comes storming back at me, absolutely furious for some reason. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what I did. I'm just sitting here with my jacket pants waiting for a burrito. And the woman finally comes back to me and she says, you need to get off this bus now. I just look at her and try to figure out, what can I say to make this woman leave me alone? And the only thing that comes to mind is this. I'm wearing a jacket as pants. Her face just kind of looks down slowly to my pants. Now, I thought she would admire my pants, but instead she just goes straight to like confusion again and disappointment, I believe. It was a very odd reaction. So she turns around to the bus driver and says, Earl, get this boy some pants! So I end up getting pants from the good bus driver Earl. They were pajama pants, not quite real pants. Definitely not jacket pants. It was quite embarrassing, honestly. So I go into the Taco Bell, and my friends, of course, are just absolutely crushed, as they rightfully should be. But society wasn't ready. But I was ready for that potato burrito that my buddy got for me. The end.